welcome back to another video, and we have more development. I know it's been a long time since I last did a video, and this is some mild development happening right here. Um, Let me see if the six, uh, the 5 o'clock advisory is out. Nope, not yet, but we still got a disturbance that briefly formed around here. It had a 10% chance of development. Now, as you see, at the 0% chance. Yeah, dry air and strong upper level winds are expected to prevent development of the system while the low moves generally northeastward about 10 miles per hour during the next day or so. So probably at the end, 8 p.m. advisory is probably going to be gone, but this might be upgraded to about 30 or 40%, maybe. But this area really needs to be investigated, and I'm gonna just pull up something here. And they do have a new climate, the global tropics outlook that came out yesterday. And let's go to the Atlantic Basin. And you see there's an area highlighted in here. Let me use a different color. There's an area highlighted in here. You know, there was a 60% chance around here, but now they split that up into two separate things. So this tropical wave that's moving off the coast of Africa has about the same chance of development as this one is, and it's probably going to move this way. And this is within the next 2 weeks. This is about what date? So this is about a week from now, and then that goes out to that's about 2 weeks from now. This is about 2 weeks from now. This is about 1 week from now, and 3 weeks from now, another tropical wave expected to move off the coast of Africa, and some more development in the Eastern Pacific. If I could pull that up, I can pull up the Eastern Pacific. Warriors. There, I got it. And I don't know why they have this highlighted for the Eastern Pacific, but they do, apparently. Because this could be the F name storm Francine, and I forgot the G storm name. But it could be the F or a G storm, but it also could be a ice storm on the Eastern Pacific side if this moisture kind of doesn't really develop and kind of swings back into here, into this area. Mexico might be in for some flash flooding if it takes that path, but if it is stronger, then it will lift to the north. So it will make its way into the Gulf of Mexico, and let's see what happens from there. And I really did want to show you the satellite loop. I know we're skipping stuff today, but we just gotta do it. And I know there's a lot of activity in the Gulf. That's just because a low level, like a surface low, is in the Gulf of Mexico and is producing all these showers over Florida. Plus the weak tropical wave that is slowly going to die out. But is getting impacted by a lot of wind shear that's coming from this area. So if this mid-level low stays on here for long, if this upper level low stays on here for pretty long, there's pretty high chance that this high pressure system is going to build in. This strong high pressure system is going to build in, and it's going to bring all this wind shear to this system, and it's not going to be good. Plus, it may turn, they'll probably steer it this way, like this tropical wave is probably going to develop. Also, that disturbance was right here, but that is falling apart and is moving along with the front. And also, you see this giant blob of convection moving out. It's like, oh, rapid intensification is going on here. No, it's just the angle of the Earth is messing with the satellites. And so this is just a wave coming off the coast of Africa. It is a pretty massive wave, I will admit that. Here's that disturbance that's expected to go through, and this tropical wave is kind of getting tied into the front, and it's pretty weak. Not much convection, but it's few showers and storms around the Lesser Antilles. And in northern South America, nothing really out of the ordinary, just some showers as the tropical wave, the remnants of that tropical wave is gonna move to the north, and the tropical activity is going to diminish. But this next tropical wave will be something we need to watch for. But even if this doesn't develop, going to add moisture to the atmosphere. You see all this dry air that's moving through right now? It's still being impacted by dry air. That's why we're not seeing a tropical depression, tropical storm. But as you see, the outflow of the convection is adding more moisture to the atmosphere. You see, the moisture line from this strong tropical wave outflowing everywhere, making the upper levels moist and the low levels moist, which is gonna moisten up the atmosphere. I know I'm saying moist a lot, but this is going to be active wave after wave. But these two tropical waves, what's different about the other waves that have been here in August, that they haven't moved off up here. They moved off down here. That makes a better chance for development. So that is basically it, but we need to, let's see. Yeah, we're good. We're good. So, and as you can see, the the it's trying to form that upper level low I was talking about. That's sitting over the Gulf, and that brought a lot of rain. I brought a lot of rain and some flooding to Florida as it formed up here and started after a front and stalled over, and and it caused so much rain. But now all that moisture has now shifted into the central and western parts of the Gulf. But there's still a few showers because that dying tropical wave still moving through. And there was a tropical wave associated with this low pressure system that was stalling over it with the front. That front has now moved away, and that's what formed that disturbance near Bermuda. And it's moving away now, but the low pressure system still is churning up with that high pressure outflow, and that's still steering most of these weak tropical waves to the eastern Pacific, and then they develop in the central Pacific or the western eastern Pacific. I know that sounds weird, but yeah, and we're gonna look out to the loop. We're actually a bit on early for this, but we might have a 20-minute video. Okay, and we stop right there. This is on Sunday, about 4 days from now. But it's still pretty hard to forecast. But you see these two tropical waves. You see that mid-level low spinning, and it's moving in. It's gonna bring some rain to coastal Texas and some parts of Mexico. And but after that, that high pressure is gonna build in across the country. You already have those excessive heat warnings as that fall weather goes away. But and as you keep taking out on to Thursday, this is Tuesday, and Tuesday next Tuesday. Okay, this is on the 3rd of September, and the European model takes it a little bit to the south, a lot farther south, but still strengthens it to a tropical storm, a decent tropical storm moving in. That's a scenario right here. But also, the European model is trying to force this tropical wave to be a tropical storm and a tropical depression already. And we'll have to watch that because this tropical wave is going to moisten up the atmosphere. And that's going to make this one probably turn north if it becomes strong enough. And this is like and this is a week out, I think. And you still have that tropical storm moving through, that decent tropical storm still moving through the Caribbean. If it just goes a little bit more north, it'll probably be stronger, but the European model still takes it pretty far south. So, yeah, but this tropical wave is a decent tropical storm on the European model, or at least on these forecast models. Yeah, they're all mostly in agreement, while some of them, the stronger ones, take it into the dry air. That's probably not going to happen. And these ones to the south are weaker, but still pretty accurate. Still about a low end tropical storm at this point. And that's two areas. And this is a bit more broad rotation. as you can see, as some of them take it a little bit farther north. I'm gonna stop lollygagging now. So the European ensembles still take it on Thursdays. Still take it. This is more than a week out. This is a little bit more than a week out, and it's calling for a strong tropical storm moving just south or on the Dominican Republic and in the direction in Cuba. And you see some of the ensembles try to develop something in the Gulf, while some of them just go loop de loop in whatever because it's pretty weak. Even one lone ensemble tries to develop something, but I don't think that's gonna happen. So we'll try to watch this area as this area comes into this area, but this area, which is now a decent tropical storm, as most models say. So we got that, and if we go out to this one, you see that it survives Haiti in the Dominican Republic. It goes on as a strong tropical storm, maybe even a weak hurricane, hitting, it looks like, Jamaica. And now the models have a bit of a spread here. Some of the stronger models are still taking it as a Category 1 hurricane, taking it to the north, but some of them still keep it as a tropical storm and even a tropical depression at this point. This is pretty far out. This is Friday, which is more than 2 weeks out. And if we go to the last frame, a a low end hurricane, possibly a Category 2 hurricane, now turning to the north with some of the models still just trying to develop something in the Gulf. So, and some of the models still even takes it into the Bahamas. But this is on Saturday, 2 weeks out, and uh, it's there's a reason why it doesn't go this far out. It doesn't go farther than this, because the uncertainty around this time is insane. Look at the spread across this area. Most of the models start taking it straight north as a strong tropical storm, low end hurricane, while some of them still continue its track as a decent tropical storm towards the Caribbean. But the Caribbean needs to watch this, because if it just goes just ever so slightly south, it could really get into the ocean heat content. In fact, let's pull up the ocean heat content right now. Hold on a minute. And this is the ocean heat content. Let's put this into perspective. And this is as of today. And look at the ocean heat content. Just blasting. And we still have just about a week of more stuff remaining, or more warming remaining. And this is the 80-degree isotherm where tropical storms can form. And look how high it gets. Even in this area, it's still pretty warm, but not warm enough for tropical development. But for tropical waves could survive here if there wasn't so much dry air. But if the European model ends up being true, we could have a major hurricane on our hands. And I'm not saying that like, it's gonna be a major hurricane everywhere. Ah, no, I don't think that at all. I think that the European model is a bit overreactive, but it's 2 weeks out. I'm gonna wait about about. Let's just wait until we get there. Don't make any conclusions just because of one model tells you one thing. And plus, let's go to the TFS model, see how much time we got. Oh, we don't. Yeah, we got enough time. Yeah, like I said, we're a bit early, so 25-minute video, guys. Great job, me, not being late. Oh, what's going on here? Looks like Urban Nerds is glitching again. Anyways, let's check on this website to see if the 5 o'clock advisory, and nope, it's not. Oh, I'm sorry. What's going on here? You know what? Okay. Maybe a new model's run is out, but it's my side or it's Weather Nerd's side. Nope, it was Weather Nerd's side. Oh, wait, stop. No spoilers. Okay? And so for the end of the video, we got the GFS ensembles. And so as we go out to Saturday, it's a bit slow on the development. Within the next about 3 days, it doesn't detect anything. But on Saturday, it starts seeing signs of development as this tropical wave. It says it's going to be much farther south than it actually is going to be. It's probably going to be somewhere in here, not down here. I think it's going to correct that mistake in a bit, but yeah, it corrected its mistake, and is like kind of unsure. That's why, and that's where we're going here. So yeah, and let's go out in time. I'm sorry. Okay, so this is supposed to be around Wednesday of next week. You see the tropical development starting to surge, and we're running out of time. So let's just end it off here. Show you the last frame. and it still shows a strong storm heading for Bermuda, but again, no promises, and that's where I'd like to end it off. So, bye.